Our opponent claims that drones are necessary, but the CIA and military are killing people abroad without trial or charge, deeming the system unconstitutional by violating the Sixth Amendment. One part of the Sixth Amendment claims that a person is innocent until proven guilty. So, a drone that flies over and kills several people vaguely accused of being public enemy number one is breaking the Constitution and violating basic human rights. Our opponent also claims that drones are cost-effective. However, they kill far too little terrorists for the cost of innocent life, and of course money. Like we said before, a single border arrest costs $28,000. Finally, our opponent has led you to believe that drones also kill terrorists effectively. However, the most we are accomplishing by bombing other countries is denying their sovereignty and creating more terrorists than we kill, meaning the U.S. is only making enemies with those whose families are affected by the drones. What we are doing by engaging in these countries is losing men in popularity.
Our opponent says that drones are unnecessary because they are expensive and difficult to operate. As my partner stated earlier, drones are 6 to 42 times cheaper than manned aircraft. They also perform more missions without risk of losing an American pilot. My opponent also says that drone strikes aren't okay because someone can sit in a control room thousands of miles away from the attack and kill dozens of people. Those concerns have their points, however, there is a chain of command that gives the order to fire a drone strike. A similar command system would likely be in place if live pilots were conducting the operation. There is virtually no significant difference between drones and manned aircraft. Our opponent also says drone strikes eliminate the real-life part of war and cause collateral damage to innocent civilians. The weapons in manned aircraft are used also in drones, but drones are much more precise and can hit their targets with less risk of killing civilians. The claim made by Jane Meyer in her 2009 article, The Predator War, says that drone pilots are so distant from their targets that they encourage a push-button video game mentality towards killing. The professional military find the claim bizarre as it doesn't take into account the other kinds of weapons and platforms in use. Think about how a pilot of a manned aircraft is often thousands of feet away and a mile above a target looking at a tiny coordinate screen, and a sailor is deep in the below decks of a ship or submarine firing a cruise missile with no awareness of any kind about the targets hundreds of miles away.
Based on the evidence presented, the use of drone strikes abroad is clearly unethical, ineffective, and dangerous. For one, there is a very high cost involved. Additionally, there is poor security and they are a potential threat to future American ventures. Finally, drones cause unnecessary, uncontrollable damage beyond just the intended target. When you think of drone strikes, don't think of the numbers and statistics because lives are not that. Think instead of Sajullah Wazir and his family and thousands more just like him. Think of those innocent civilians who were terrorized in the fight against terrorism.
The research we have presented to you today shows that using drones to attack militant groups abroad is the best way to go. We have shown you that drones defend our country, save money, and save our troops' lives. Do you want fellow American troops to die? If not, support drones abroad.